Today is the National ICT Law Conference 2026 organized by the ICT Lawyers Guild. It is timely that it is being held a day after we launched the e-court project, making it applicable across the country. That was yesterday. All courts now have been digitalized. As Honorable Minister of Justice said, the three last clusters, that is the criminal high courts, the district court, the magistrates court, it will only take about 2 to 3 weeks for it to come up on the live platform. I see the theme of today's conference is cybersecurity and the rule of law and the digital governance. Now we have been, as Honorable Justice Minister said, we have been dealing with the traditional court system in which only hard copies were used. So when it comes to criminal court, the accused, the prisoners are brought. The record room is considered the heart of any court. If the record room is empty, that means there are no cases in the courts. If the records can be tampered with, its journal entries and minutes can be altered, then you tamper with the course of justice. If the court can be attacked, record rooms can be burned, those are the threats in real courts. In our country, last year, also there was a shooting inside the courthouse in Colombo, in the capital. Now I said the courts have been digitalized. That means record room is in the computer. So the heart of the court has come into the computer. So there is no threat to protect the record. Generally, it is the Inspector General of Police is here. Generally, it is protected by using policemen around the court. And when the court is in sessions, it is the policemen who provide protection to everyone, including prisoners, the court, the judges, everyone. Now the record room is in the computer. With the recent amendment to the Criminal Procedure Code, the prisoners can participate from the prison online in court proceedings. So there is no threat to the prisoners' security also. Then where is the security to the courthouses? It only remains the physical building. There are of course judges, the lawyers. So the Inspector General of Police, Mr. Virasure, can reduce the people deployed to protect the courthouse. Now that is the advancement. That doesn't solve problems. Now with that development, there is a new set of threats. What is that threat? The cyber threat. Now everything is online. Now the records are not being brought from the record room to the open court and taken back, so there is no security. But yet, the record, from wherever it is stored, it is in the clouds. It is brought to the open court, into the computer, through a system, through the internet. Now that's a long journey, and it is open countrywide. Here, if you have a magistrate's court in Oslo, the boundaries are very clear, very small. Even if you protect it with policemen, maybe about 25 people you won't. But when you put it in the computer, in the system, and open it to public, one can file a case from Jaffna and from the southernmost point. And since the record is being brought from the cloud, it travels a long distance. So although you don't need police protection, we need some other kind of protection. And that is the theme of this conference. And that is why I said I'm happy and pleased to note that this happens a day immediately after we launched the e-court project. And that is one reason why I elected to come here. Having said that, now Honorable Justice Minister said about use of papers. When he said that, it came to my mind when I was a kid. My mother used to take me to the bank. I also have a minors account. So she gives me maybe some 50 rupees or even less than that to deposit. So she was very interested in getting me the habit of saving. So I tender that thing, 10 rupees or whatever, and hands over the passbook to the counter, and they give me a token, and you have to wait. And then banks are full of papers. That's called mandate. Lot of mandates. I don't know those who have gone to the bank at that time and would remember. There's a rotating thing, and all the mandate papers are here. So the clerk rotates it and file it out, and then only you enter. That's a ledger. You enter that thing as a deposit, and then enters in the passbook and give to the customer. So until that takes a long time. So you need to spend half a day that time to deposit 50 rupees. So I am kept in the bank. My mother goes to the market and buys vegetables, and then comes over. By that time, I'll be ready to be accompanied by her. Now, the courts are also like that. Next to the bank, I think courts will be the next institution which uses many papers. Of course, educational institutions, although they use papers, they have it's same, but they use a lot of databases and all that now. So the banks, there are no managers. People don't have to wait. People don't have to even go to the bank. You do all your transactions from home. Courts, up until recently, the people have been coming and going, even to obtain a certificate copy. But things have changed now. You don't have to come to courts to apply for a certificate copy or to obtain a certificate copy. You can do it from home. The case you can file from your home because electronic filing is open. And as Mr. said, now we have bulky records. It is very difficult to turn pages and find something, a petition or affidavit or whatever. Electronic filing is not the same as physical filing. Physical filing, you take everything possible and bind it and dump it in court, and this is the record. Electronic filing, you can't do it either. So you have to file this petition separately, affidavit separately, caption separately, questions of law separately, prayers separately, so that there is a system, and every item will go into a particular place in the system, so that it becomes easily retrievable. And that's the idea. And although we say we convert the existing court system to e-court system, e-court system operates on a different, or at least, different way, through a different system, more favorable for the user. That we need to understand. And then all these systems, I told you, in the record, you can tamper with the record, you can tamper with journal entries, you can steal a record, you can destroy a record. So the question is whether those things are possible in this system. I would say actually, electronically constructed record in the system is more protected than a physical record in the record room. When you have a physical record, even on the court table, if you want to, you can tear a page and destroy. If you want to alter a minute, you can do that. You will get caught later on, that's a different matter. But if you want to, you can do that. You can steal those. But in this system, you can't. So, in a way, even without cyber security, it is primarily more protected than the physical, having it in a physical record. But of course, with the same speed that we develop our systems, those who are up to no good also develop their systems to attack the systems and hack. So that is where we need to step up. And this conference is timely, that those who are present and those who have chosen to stay here on a Saturday like this will deliberate, discuss, brainstorm, and perhaps decide as to what would be the best course of action in that scenario. So as the Honorable Minister pointed out, looking at the board, my time is also up. This is truly digitalized conference. I wish I can borrow this board in the court. So I just had a discussion with Mr. Peyantha Surya, and we will shortly have a meeting to integrate the police system into the magistrates court system. And also, I see a lot of potential, and I just had a chat with the chairman, Dr. Sunil Abhiratnam. We are planning to meet up and see how they can help us, and there is a lot of things that we can do. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for listening to me. I wish all the success for this conference. Thank you very much.